Good evening. Good evening, everyone here this evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, women of Anguilla. Tonight my message is to women. Women issues. We have voices. Yes, we do. We are a lot stronger than you think. My name is Millie Hodge, the wife of Hodge, and mother of 2 children. I have lived in Anguilla since 1990. I've worked with American for the past 17 years, and recently retiring to join my husband in Anguilla. I have chosen Anguilla to be my home since it's always been a place where we felt at peace, and retiring here was a reality. Sutcliffe, being a true Anguillian at heart, always said if I wanted to be his wife, that I would need to make my mind to live here, or else we had no deal. So as you can see today, I am here today, but today I have concerns for myself and all women living here. I stand here this evening because, like you, I have worn many hats at home as a wife, mother, and a juggling career, which includes extracurricular activities, helping in community affairs, such as the Anguilla Tennis Academy. But today I am concerned for all women, whether married or single, with children or no children. I humbly speak to you this evening, not as a candidate, but as a woman, mother, and a wife. I am here to represent the voices that remain silent and seldom heard. I am here to speak to you on real issues that are impacting us daily. But I have hope today. I have real hope today, and I have great faith that our voices will be heard so that women can be treated with dignity and respect. I know that my husband, Hodge, understands the challenges that we face as women. I listen to those female voices who ask me to please speak today on their behalf. I understand the challenge that many of us face with respect to our safety and being careful where we go, whether it's day or night. You see, I too, just like you, live in fear. Every time I am home alone, I always find myself closing all the doors and rolling down the shutters. I think to myself that safety should be our #1 concern, especially if you have young children. Recently, we heard of a young woman who was beaten and robbed. I said to myself, this could happen to any of us. And then I thought of my young daughter, who loves going out at night and driving around on her own. As a mother or a single parent, we are always worried about our children, no matter whether they're near or far. So we hear the stories of robbers and women being beaten. I ask myself, what is really going on? What is happening in Anguilla? We need to feel secure again, and I want to feel the same way when I first came to Anguilla in 1980. What has happened to our tranquil place, and where did we go wrong? The society we praise so much as a Christian society has slowly become one with the stories that you hear in America. So we ask ourselves, what is it going to take to restore Anguilla? What is it going to take to restore Anguilla? We need to create a safer Anguilla and restore the family again. We need to have programs in place that will keep our children active. We need to create jobs that take women into consideration when they have families. We need to create laws that will pay, yes, us women, decent salaries, so we are not forced to work 6 days a week, so we are not forced to work 2 jobs. We need to have better healthcare programs so that we can have preventative healthcare checks. Women are working very hard and sometimes are the sole parents carrying the burdens of raising their children alone. We need to have laws that will protect us, battered women, whether emotionally or physically abused. We need to create an environment where families have time together again, so values can be instilled in the very young. Securing a better Anguilla, creating a loving place, means working hard and implementing social programs, educating our youth, and creating an environment, yes, where tranquility and blue can be a reality again. We need someone who truly cares about the restoration of family life and understands the challenges working women face today. We need someone who will implement social programs that will instill values for generations on. Hodge has committed to develop more secure social programs for our youth. We have many women today who are single parents and are forced to work very hard to keep food and shelter in their homes. A woman's job is never done, and a very thankless job, I must say, but we have to find a balance which involves taking care of ourselves first, children and spouses if married. We need healthcare programs that will benefit all of us, especially that working mother who takes care of everyone except herself. It is important to have a national health insurance that gives you that peace of mind for you and your family. Women are now more prone to get certain diseases than ever before due to the additional stress that their bodies are taking. So we need to have someone who understands the importance of healthcare. Selective Hodge has committed to make healthcare changes so that no one is without health insurance. So again, we can have that peace of mind. You won't be turned away. Your mother won't be turned away, and your grandmother won't be turned away because of insufficient monies to pay for medical care. It is important that we look closely at the areas of education, healthcare, social development, which affects the fabric of our society. As women, we need to feel secure about our futures and our children's futures. We have voices. Yes, we do. We have voices, and your voices must be heard. Do not remain silent. Let's make our environment a safer, a healthier, and loving one again. We are a small society with a small population, but we need your voices to be heard and insist that government puts the policies in place to create a better Anguilla for all of us. Selective Hodge understands these issues and has committed to restore the values that once existed in this island. Today, Anguilla, I am asking you, do the right thing. I am asking you to vote for Selective Hodge, District number 3, Valley North. When you want change and you want healthcare to be a priority, I ask you, do the right thing. When you want laws that will protect women's rights and provide them with protection, I ask you, do the right thing. When you want our labor laws to be re-examined and help restore our families, I'm asking you, do the right thing. When you ponder and think about your safety and protection at home so we can feel safe again, I'm asking you, do the right thing. When you think of our economic crisis and look at our own family situations and keep praying for hope, I ask you that you do the right thing. Finally, women of Anguilla and wherever you are, and you're hearing my message today, I'm asking you to remember this. Finally, when that day is here and you are standing behind that box where there will be no more words to whisper words of choice, I ask you, do the right thing. Vote for Selective Hodge, for Valley North, District 3, the Dove, bringing faith, hope, and peace to all. And finally, to all the women in Anguilla, whether you're in the North, the South, the East, or the West, let your voices be heard on the day of election, and let's make the right change. I thank you, and may God bless Anguilla, and a special blessing to all the women, wherever you are. Thank you.